Good evening. Today is Tuesday, January the 8th, 2018. This is Donna Joerling, and I am pulling our energy card for today. I want to set the tone and let you know that last night I made my own personal private altar in my bedroom, and on the altar I put two white lights which symbolize myself and my soulmate. I also put a crystal with a diamond bracelet on it so that the diamond bracelet could be cleared, and it symbolizes wealth and prosperity. I also put a hard rock and a soft rock. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and if I had a picture of it right now, you'd understand it better, but imagine a rock that its sister rock, one of the rocks has been tumbled, and it's extremely smooth and slick and shiny and glossy. And then you have the sister or brother rock to it, which is the rough rock right out of nature with all the jagged edges and things like that. I put that on my altar because that symbolizes the tough part of me and the soft part of me, as well as the tough and the soft part of my soulmate that I'm attracting. And what it will do is it will integrate the softness and the hardness of both of us and the finished and the polished part of both of us as we both go through personal growth and journeys together. I also put a picture of me in 2003 when I was at my maximum health before I was diagnosed with cancer. And I was a size 10, and right now I'm a size, probably a size 15 and a half or 16, whichever way you want to look at it. It don't matter. Elastic is my friend. And I put the picture of me on there, one, because it's my altar, and two, because it is a picture of me at my best health. I was slim, trim, I worked out 6 days a week, I walked 5 miles a day, and I have had some bitterness in me that I got sick when I was in my mind and my body. I thought I was in my peak of my health that I've ever been in, and I was taking extremely good care of myself. Now, one thing just to make a note of is I was taking care of myself with the full intention of finding a man. That was why I was taking care of myself. Instead of taking care of myself because I wanted to be healthy and I wanted to love myself, which is the right intention, opposed to doing the things that I was doing, like working out and stuff, for the sole purpose of attracting a man. And to me, it was like, wow, how like small-minded is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's on my altar. I also put an incense burner with a piece of incense that is named blessings, because I'm bringing blessings my way. And additionally, around the white candles, which are on red plates, red is symbolic for power and for money, I put several pieces of very bright, vibrant jewelry, primarily brooches and pins that are full of jewels, to bring wealth and prosperity and vibrancy to the altar itself. And the other thing I put on the altar was a red star, because I'm looking for the star inside of myself. Now, with my meditation this morning, I also put down that I am wanting to attract three things. I am wanting to attract more self-respect, more self-love, and more prosperity and wealth in multiple areas of my life. So those are the three things that I am attracting into my life. So I burned the candles. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one other thing. I have a unity candle in the middle of the two white candles, and it's in a holder where there's a man and a woman with their arms that go around in a circular motion where they're holding each other. And in that is another white candle, which to me symbolizes, much like the unity candle you see at weddings, where the bride and the groom light a unity candle showing that they now are united in the sacrament of matrimony. Excuse me. So I already have pulled the card that we're going to read about tonight, but I wanted to make sure that you know that on this day, January the 2nd, 2018, I already have done that preliminary work early this morning around 5 o'clock in the morning. It's now around 6 o'clock at night. And I am very pleased to tell you, as a real estate broker, I received like 7 very good leads today. I've had several good client calls. I've had several buyers looking at different pieces of property. And I also am in the process of creating an online course room for us to be able to do things like this. And what I find interesting is I'm 60 years old. That's not the part that's interesting. But the thing I find interesting is, as I made a list on my famous Excel spreadsheet that I'm known for, of all the different things that in my 60 years of life that I have learned in and out of, all the details and intricacies of, that I can be of service to thousands and thousands of people across the world, I started putting each one of those items in a cell on my Excel spreadsheet, which I think is kind of fun. If you think about it, the word Excel, I excel at those items. So anyway, my online course room is just loaded with great things that people need, whether they're a consumer looking at buying a home, whether they're a new realtor or a new agent trying to learn the real estate business and they don't have the mentoring and the tutoring they need, and or if you're a grieving person that lost a child or lost a loved one, which I have lived that path, good, bad, or indifferent. I have put those tennis shoes on. And then the other thing I put down was things that people need, especially women that are left in the financial arena or the financial world, and maybe their spouse or their significant others aren't there any longer, and they now have to deal with those tasks of taking care of their money and creating more money. And then I also put down, because of my recent personal story, I put down the category of betrayal, which I think is probably a very common category. Again, good, bad, or indifferent, but there are a lot of people in this world that have had some form of betrayal, or they have betrayed others as well, whether it be in their personal life or their professional life. It seems to be a very significant topic of discussion. So I think it's perfect that I made my Excel spreadsheet today, and lo and behold, look at the card I pulled. I pulled number 8, and the topic is indecision. Which choice to make? In the upright position, this card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet, you're standing still, feeling confused. For the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. My affirmations, or our affirmations, are: I release fear and move forward with courage and trust. I have the power to direct my own destiny now and always. And I apologize, I forgot to show you the card. But here's Little Red Riding Hood, or it could be a male Riding Hood. But see the 2 roads and then the tree at the fork. You have to make a decision. So for those of you that may or may not know me personally, I have been on the road of indecision, or I call it sitting on the fence, which is a very uncomfortable position because, with fencing, there are posts. And it is not comfortable to sit on a post, especially if the post is pointy, if you get my drift. Anyway, my land of indecision, before I did the meditation this morning, was, do I have to leave my successful real estate practice as the broker and owner of the company? Do I have to leave that? Or can I still do that and live my other part of my dream, which is still a very much part of who I am? And that's the teaching and coaching part of my life. And I do not have to give up either one of them. My choice is I move forward with both of them, and I gracefully see how good of a coach I am with my clients in real estate, how good of a coach I am with my clients in the personal growth profession, and how good I am with all of those things. And also adding the online courses to my coaching business is a tremendous asset. So people can look at it and learn from everything I've done and learned from all 60 years of my golden life. So I think it's interesting that I did that meditation in the morning and I didn't pull my cards until tonight, because it's solidified without a doubt in my mind that I can do both. And actually both of them, if you think about it, are on the exact same path. They're not two separate roads. Both of them are me, Donna K. Eldring Huff LeBou Joerling. Every single thing that I have learned in my mind and my heart are parts of me, just like a diamond or a crystal. Every facet of things that have happened in my life are part of Donna. And I'm no longer segmented. I'm embracing all those jewels and all those diamond sides of me. And all of those sides are here to help you and teach you and coach you and listen to you as I work through my real estate sales and as I work through my personal coaching. All of them are the great and the beyond Donna. So I have such a great feeling in my heart tonight because I feel like I'm grounded for the first time in a very long time. I thought for, oh goodness, many years that I had to make a decision, that I had to leave something I love, which is real estate and helping people. And every day I get to help coach people with, do you want to buy? Do you want to rent? Do you want a condo? Do you want a single family residence? Do you want a fixer-upper? Do you want a turnkey operation? What do you want? Tell me what your key desires and needs are. So I am so excited. I am so firm in my belief now. So I encourage you tonight, or whenever you listen to this video for the first time, build yourself a personal altar. Things that are important, that represent who you are and what you want to be in this world. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be elaborate. I do encourage a couple of things. A white candle, if not two white candles. Make sure they're white, because white is pure and fresh and clean. I would encourage a picture of yourself, because it is your altar. I also would encourage you to have some kind of incense that burns on the altar, because that activates another sense of your being, your smelling sense. I also would encourage you to put some type of jewels, rhinestones, something like a gaudy something, because it brings the light to the altar as the candle burns, and it flickers it around and sends out more energy. You want to build an altar that is a reflection of who you want to be. So if you want to be vibrant, then put something vibrant on the altar. If you want to have a family, put something on the altar that represents a family, whether it's a pair of booties or whether it's just a drawing of a family, even if it's stick people. But it's symbolic of what you want, who you are, all of those kind of things. Everybody's altar will be completely different. So it's time for me to go. I've given you a lot of information. If you need to reach me for any reason at all, or you'd like to set up a private phone counseling session or coaching session, you can reach me at 314 808